Also, if you've ever wondered what it's like to have one very unhappy cat with 5 kittens. I mean, if I've learned anything, it's that the trick to getting a lot of views on internet media is have cats. And if you really want views, you have kittens. So shouldn't having 5 kittens get us a lot of views? I never really outlined this, but this whole kitchen that I'm spinning around in, I didn't start vlogging when I did it, so sadly you missed all of it, but I did it from the studs up. I would say about a third to a half of the kitchen was stripped to the studs. Like, took the drywall off, moved some electrical, moved some water, etc., which I've never done before. Like, I've done a little bit of drywall work, and I've done a little bit of electrical work in terms of like changing plugs, and I added my first ever plug a couple months ago, and that was super cool because I felt like a real electrician. But this was my first time like actually taking walls off and redoing a bunch of electrical. I added a 220 hidden behind this box because we moved our oven to over there. So that was new and terrifying. But I guess the point is that this kitchen we did almost entirely ourselves. I paid an electrician to run that 220. I moved all the other 220s. I should clarify. I didn't run that 220. I wired that 220. But I unran the others and took them into the attic and put them in junction boxes? Yeah, that's the word. Junction boxes. So that way they don't start a fire in my attic. But they're just like looped up in a junction box, and I turned the breakers off and marked them. But we've done pretty much everything but that piece of electrical and texturing, because I hate texturing and I'm not good at it. So we paid someone to come texture. So it's pretty impressive we've done this much, because all of these were drop ceilings. So like this ceiling actually came down to here-ish because the cabinets mounted to the ceiling and came down. So like you see these cabinets, they're on the wall. Before they were on the ceiling, another little bit down. So I had to knock all the drop ceilings out, get everything level, add new drywall. It was an adventure. Because basically the kitchen ended right here, about where the dishwasher ends, and came across, and then this was all dining room. But we don't need a dining room. We have multiple empty rooms. As it is, we came from a very small house before this. It was about 1,300 square feet. So we decided we wanted a giant kitchen with a hutch. That's what this is called, a hutch, if you were wondering. So that's pretty exciting. Don't really have anything else to say. But I'm just happy that we've been able to do this kitchen and figure out how to do it on our own. My Japanese orange tree almost has fully ripened. 2, I think, are just about ready to go, and that one just needs a little bit more. I got trim in. I didn't have baseboards yesterday, so I got the baseboards installed. Oh, I didn't think about them getting all the food. I'll have to move them. We were supposed to get our oven. That's the fridge. It's the oven. We were supposed to get those today. Clearly we did not. I am a little unhappy about that. Apparently the truck got in a wreck or something? Don't know the exact details. All I know is the truck broke down and we didn't get delivery. But if you look, at least all my ceiling lines look fantastic. So my painting worked out pretty well. And now I'm gonna move the kittens so they don't eat all this food. This is gonna be much less exciting, but I am gonna caulk these windows. I had the correct caulk to do it, but then I guess it dried up in my garage or something. It's completely sealed. It's only a couple months old. So not sure how that happened. Since this is not color matched to my window, I've got to tape off the window. Originally I didn't have to tape off the window casing because it was color matched to my window, which is why I did not already do that. Also, this isn't silicone caulk, so I'm using my fingers. If I was using silicone caulk for like a bathroom, I would not be using my fingers, I'd be using gloves or a spreader because that stuff does not wash off. If you don't leave it on thick enough, the paint's just going to show through, which is what I'm trying to avoid right now. I think I'm succeeding. Success. I still have to caulk up the windows, but I'm doing those different time. I gotta go change the clutch in my truck. And if you're about to say, wow, changing the clutch on his truck, that sounds really impressive. He must really know what he's doing. Once again, no clue what I'm doing. We're gonna get this changed. Every day's a learning experience, right? Or something positive like that, I don't know. All I know is I'm sticking this screw in this almost empty caulk tube. Well, I'm going to try to stick this screw in this almost empty caulk tube. Might need a screwdriver to make this happen. There we go. Tapes back up. Gonna take this trash out and we are donezo. Hello. I just finished my walk outside and realized that I didn't really intro my truck work. My truck has not worked since May because it's been a long time taking it apart. I thought the clutch was bad. Turns out the clutch isn't bad. Let me hold this better. The actual issue is that the freeze plugs on the back of the engine blew out. And when they blew out, they blew all the water into the transmission, so the clutch was covered in coolant. So the clutch didn't work, but it was functionally fine. So I had to take the transmission off, the clutch off, the flywheel off, the freeze plugs off, replace those, and that's where we are now. So you'll see in the video, me replacing the freeze plugs, the start is me getting out the last freeze plugs. I hope you find amusing the result. Basically my least favorite part, crawling under the car.
it out already?
No.
Oh. Did you just put this battery on charger?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Dad, help, towel.
Okay. Yeah, I have a towel. That's it. I have nothing in my pocket. No, I don't.
No, I'm just saying get one. Oh, okay. Now to continue my quest. Okay, I need these to get out. Ow, I cut myself. There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Does it look like it leaked to you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
Cool. The 2 holes are puncturing for me hitting it, just for the record.
No, I mean, it's pretty corroded on the edges. The other one's brand new. This one does
Well,
not.
good. We found a problem.
Yeah, I think so.
Got a socket for these little leaky bits. By the way, look at what I just experienced.
What do you use socket for?
To get those other like bolt plugs out.
There's only one of them in there.
Look, I got the freeze plug out. I'm not good at this. Oh,
There you go.
there we go.
Can you see it?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that was an experience. You know, when it's 30 degrees, getting covered in coolant makes you real cool. Oh, this sucked. I managed to keep my face clean. Not so much my pants or, you know, any of this. Yeah, I did think it'd make for a funny video if I covered myself in coolant. I'm just impressed I kept it off my face. And I managed to do like an awkward squat, so I didn't like get my butt covered. Thanks, bud. On the bright side, coolant smells really good, so not really complaining about that.
Just make sure you don't strip it out. That's why I would use the impact gun. You might be stripping it out.
I'll put it on the lowest setting.
Okay.
The next thing is to Scotch Brite the, well, I guess this is just sandpaper,
I don't have Scotch.
to sandpaper the inside of the freeze plug hole because it has all the old gasket stuff. So, got to get that out to put new gasket stuff in. And I just got coolant on my face. Nice job, Alex. Hey internet, this job sucks. Just change the clutch, it won't be too bad. You'll only find out that your transmission is full of coolant and your clutch was fine. Ugh. Okay, I'm done. I didn't want to get under the car. I think I'm gonna have to get under the car again. Ugh. Pro tip, always buy your antifreeze unmixed because water's cheap. Distilled water's cheap. And it costs the same per gallon of antifreeze as it does pre-mixed antifreeze.
Well, don't paint anything just yet. I'm not ready.
I won't. I can finally paint those things. Also, here's the Datsun that I've talked about. Datsun. On its side. It rotates. Got my 2 engine stands. Here's my truck transmission. I got all the undercoating off. Talk more about it later. Okay, now that all the garage doors are closed, I can paint. Calling that done. I'm not even gonna do the back sides. Because no one's gonna see it. Krylon, very effective. We did it. I got that vent installed that I painted. Got that vent installed that I painted. Got the upper windows caulked. And painted the windowsills. The windowsills I did not paint well. Like, I just tossed some paint on them. I gave them a brief sanding. If I was doing it correctly, I should have sanded them completely flat, and then once sanded flat, I would have, let me hold this better. I should have sanded the windowsills flat, and then once flat, I could then paint. But they're gonna be covered up because the way I'm designing the bench seat back there, so functionally you'll only see the windowsills from outside, so I don't really care. They'll be hidden by a bush. So that's the kitchen. I realized I didn't record an end to my vlog. So this is the end. I didn't finish getting the truck back together, but we got close, and I still need to build the bench in the kitchen. Hopefully I'll be able to finish up everything that isn't the bench in the kitchen, and then the following week I'll be able to finish the bench in the kitchen. Then we'll have a kitchen with countertops, theoretically the week after Thanksgiving. So I'm pretty optimistic about that. That means we could be 2 weeks away, less than that, from countertops. So you'll see that soon. Hopefully I won't manage to pour a bunch more coolant on my face this time, so we'll see what unfortunate event befalls me this week. Goodbye.
And then these cereals, I got 2 of. They're 7 Sundays made with cassava and sunflower seeds, 99 cents. And then this granola, 99 cents. So always check your Sprouts for clearance.